Mark, now we're actually getting an invitation that basically just confirms your original scoop. How important is this for Apple?
This is a very significant event for Apple. Every time Apple launches a new flagship iPhone model, the stock will soar because the iPhone is Apple's cash cow. Apple relies so much on the iPhone to bring in their revenues, profits, margins. So yes, this event is extraordinarily significant to Apple, as it is every year.
Tell us a little bit more about what's expected to be unveiled in terms of next generation devices.
Sure, as we reported, Apple's planning to release 2 new iPhone models in September, one with a 5.5-inch screen, one with a 4.7-inch screen, the same as the last 2 models from the 6S and the 6. The differentiator here will be about the camera on the larger model. It'll have a dual camera lens system, which means there's more megapixels total, pictures will be much sharper, they'll be able to interpret light much better, and most importantly, you'll be able to zoom in and out through software at a rate that's much better than the current iPhone. So as you zoom in, the pictures won't be as blurry, which is really going to make better pictures for when you take them, as well as during the editing process.
But, I mean, expectations really aren't that high for groundbreaking technology here, Mark. How important is this event to Apple's stock price? I mean, do we see swings up or down on days when Tim Cook and formerly Steve Jobs would present this new technology?
Right, so this event is very significant to the stock price because the iPhone is very key to Apple's overall revenues and profits all the time, every year. And now Apple has forecasted another quarterly drop year over year in revenue, following 2 straight quarterly drops in revenue in the last 2 quarters, the Q2 and the Q3. And the Q1, the holiday quarter upcoming, is Apple's most important quarter, as we know. And these iPhones are going to be a big part of it. So we'll see, based on how much Apple sells of this new iPhone, how that really affects the quarter. And even the upcoming Q4, as Apple's likely to begin selling it within the first 1 or 2 weeks of the upcoming Q4.
Are we going to get a new watch, Mark?
Yeah, as we reported, Apple's working on a new version of the Apple Watch with a GPS and a faster processor. It's to be seen when Apple announces it, but the September event, regardless, will be heavily focused around the iPhone.
Are Apple's competitors going to be looking ahead to this event quaking in their boots, or not so much?
Yeah, absolutely. Samsung is really taking a close look at Apple to see how their new product stacks up against the Note 7 and the other Galaxy S products that came out this year. I think next year is going to be a bigger deal in terms of technology advancements. We reported that Apple's planning a bigger iPhone update next year with no home button. So I think next year is when the technology is truly going to advance. And I think this new iPhone line coming out this fall is going to hold Apple over until then.